Let's take a look at our Corona, Tale of the Tape Corona, who invites you to find your beach. Avalos is 2 years older than Flores, and one in tight advantage for Flores, both weighed in at 125 pounds, and the reach is surely in the favor of Miguel El Michoacano Flores.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Rapides Parish Coliseum here in Alexandria, Louisiana, Premier Boxing Champions now features the main event. Live on FS1, 10 rounds in the featherweight division. The three judges ringside are Neil Ledette, Kenny Saints, and Keith Thibodeau. And the referee in charge when the bell sounds, Bruce McDaniel. Introducing first, wearing the blue with the white trim. His professional record stands at 26 wins, 19 of those coming by way of knockout against 5 losses, fighting out of Lancaster, California. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Chris Hitman Avalos. And across the ring, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the blue with the silver trim. As a professional, 21 wins, 9 of those coming by way of knockout against 1 loss, fighting out of Houston, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Miguel El Michoacano Flores.
Chris, come see me, brother. Miguel. Come see me, Miguel. Chris, Miguel, I'll give you instructions beforehand. Obey my commands at all times. Guys, nothing behind the ears, nothing behind the head, guys. Both of these look good. Any questions from either corner? Good luck. Touch them up.
Bruce McDaniel, a referee in charge. Chris Avalos, who has been away for over a year, steps inside the squared circle against that man, Miguel Flores, both of them suffering blemishes in their last matchups. Flores having been stopped by Dat Nguyen. For Avalos, he was halted by Mark Maxayel in the Philippines. Miguel Flores actually celebrated his birthday yesterday, and speaking of birthdays, our very own Jordan Hardy is going to celebrate her 25th birthday tomorrow, so happy early birthday to the birthday girl, Jordan Hardy. Ray Flores and Sergio Moore here ringside, as Miguel Flores looking to start off with the jab, as his trainer told us, Sergio.
As he should. He doesn't want to get in a war early. He takes a vicious shot upstairs, but I think right now they need to calm down. Flores is coming off a loss. He needs to invest in the body early, but right now it's just, you gotta just jab your way in there so far.
And the one item, the theme that I took away in the left hook to the body by Miguel Flores, but back comes Chris Avalos, that the Flores camp was instructing to us, and Aaron Navarro, his trainer, is that they are going to come back stronger than ever, that they have really made those fine-tuned adjustments, and that they're back. A nice left hook upstairs by Miguel Flores. And despite the fact that Flores landed a left hook flush, Sergio, he went back to boxing instead of engaging in a close quarters fight.
That's what he told us he was going to do. And his trainer also said, listen, even if we land them big shots, we're going to take our time, be poised, invest in the body. We don't want to get in another war. We're coming off a loss. We're shaking that off. We're moving forward now.
And Flores looks very sharp here in the first half of his first round. Make sure to use the hashtag on social media, PBC on FS1. That is PBC on FS1. Use that hashtag and follow us at Premier Boxing on social media. Chris Avalos moves forward, but Flores continues to focus in on the body.
Good body shot there by Flores. Left hook to the side there. Those are the type of shots that are going to actually take the fight out of Avalos as the fight progresses here, because he can take a big shot upstairs, but downstairs it's a different story.
And Chris Avalos, he has been in there with the likes of Oscar Valdez, as you mentioned, Carl Frampton. He's fought in Macau, he's fought all over the world, so he's no stranger to going to different places to test his skills. But right now, Miguel Flores looks sharp and is very crisp.
Not only that, but his fight in the Philippines against Mark Maxayel was actually really exciting to watch. Both of them went down. Those are the type of fights that actually get you these fights back on air and on television.
Another left hook by Miguel Flores, backing up Chris Avalos, and Flores sitting down on his punches. Flores made his pro debut when he was 17 years of age. And a crushing right hand. And Avalos comes back. Miguel Flores and Chris Avalos getting warmed up in the featherweight division. Round 1 is in the books as you are watching the PBC on FS1 here. Back here, the PBC on FS1. There you see Aaron Navarro, who has been the trainer of Miguel Flores since he was 8 years of age. They've been together for 17 years. And if you're in the corner of Miguel Flores, what are you telling him, Sergio?
Keep doing what you're doing. I think he looked great in that round. He's poised, he's relaxed. It's still an aggression. He's still trying to win the round and impose his will, not let himself be backed up. It was a good round.
And when describing the loss to Dat Nguyen, they said that it was just a bad night. Nothing surprised them from the win. They felt that he was super heavy, and you know what? Those things happen. A bad evening occurred at the office, but Flores says they're going to be focusing more on boxing and doing what they do best, and that is stay on the outside.
That's what they need to do. They need to forget that good body shot there. We're going to be saying good body shot a lot when it comes to covering Flores' fights. Miguel Flores is an excellent young body puncher. There's another one.
And Miguel Flores has been battle-tested during the course of his career. He haven't picked up a win over Ryan Kilzinski last August. He defeated former title contender Ruben Tamayo as he continues to focus in on that left hook and go to the body, and then he rips upstairs.
Flores doesn't want to do that. He's throwing the uppercut from far like that. He's doing a good job jabbing his way in, landing that left hook to the body. But right now, he's trying to land a right uppercut from far, especially as a leading punch. That's one of the most dangerous punches to throw as a boxer.
Sergio, the action is intensifying, and you know what, to be honest, this doesn't surprise us one iota because when you have two fighters of Mexican descent in the featherweight division, you just get some dynamic action, and you can already tell that the feeling out process has dissipated.
Absolutely. Look, Flores is the more groomed fighter. He's the more polished fighter. He looks better than him. But Avalos has fought the better opposition. He's fought world champions. He's been on the big stage and he travels anywhere to fight them. So Avalos is not going anywhere.
A couple left hooks there by Chris Avalos. As Avalos is trained by his father, Felipe Avalos. So the father-son connection there in the corner of the Lancaster product. But Flores continues to go downstairs. And for Chris Avalos, they say at 27 years of age, he is going to get on a win streak and get back to title contention because they feel that he is more mature and that he's a wiser man, that he dealt with some trouble. And they compared him almost to the late, great Johnny Tapia, that he got into some trouble in Lancaster, but now his mind is focused. He's a father, 4 kids. He has a daughter, 2 boys. He has 3 boys and a daughter, so he's more focused when it comes to his family life, and everything is in sync.
Rest in peace to Johnny Mi Vida Loca, and that's a good comparison. And on the other side, they compared Flores, his trainer did, his father did, to Marco Antonio Barrera, who used to fight a different style early in his career, and after his first loss, completely changed that and transitioned more into a boxer.
And Flores says, you know, he fought like Barrera and also Marquez, but, you know, he has that style, but he fights like Diego Chico Corrales, which is why he's gotten in trouble sometimes.
And that's the thing about this Mexican blood. They just want to go to war. Whenever that blood rages, they want to throw punches.
Final moments of round 2. You're watching the PBC on FS1 here from Alexandria, Louisiana. Back here, PBC on FS1 in Alexandria, Louisiana. Let's send it to the 3rd member of our broadcast team celebrating her birthday tomorrow. Here's Jordan Hardy.
Great, thank you so much. If you guys take a look at Flores' trunks, on the lower left side, you'll see Rest in Peace Benji. This represents his late older brother, Benjamin Flores, who was a former boxer. And it was in 2009 that he was critically injured in a fight that ended with him being stopped in the 8th round. Benjamin was hurried to emergency surgery to relieve the swelling on his brain, but unfortunately, he died 5 days later from the brain trauma he suffered in the ring. Miguel says Benjamin is one of the biggest motivations when he fights. And guys, keep in mind, when he got hurt in the ring, Miguel was right there ringside watching. Ray, Sergio, back to you.
Well, thank you very much. And to expound on that story, we asked his trainer, Aaron Navarro, who trained his brother Benjamin and also Miguel. He says that prior to that, Miguel was an amateur, and they asked Miguel, do you want to continue and fight as a pro? And Miguel said, absolutely. I want to honor my brother. And this is why Miguel is at this stage of his career, 21-1, as he lands an overhand right that backs up Chris Avalos.
You know, it's a tragic but very inspiring story there. Benjamin Flores was, like you said, a professional that, he died doing what he loves. And his younger brother just wants to take over and do what he needs to do.
His younger brother is having success against a former title challenger in Chris Avalos. And if you're Flores, he continues to use his jab. But Sergio, the emphasis on the body attack from Miguel Flores, that will pay dividends later on in the fight.
Absolutely. And for a young man, he's a young man, but he's a polished, experienced young man. He's almost a veteran, especially because of his resume. The fighters that he's been fighting as of late makes him more of a mature fighter. So he's investing in that body so early in the third round.
Here's some shots behind the head as Bruce McDaniel warns them they touch gloves as a sign of respect. And Flores, even though he's 25 years of age, he's been a pro for 8 years. Avalos has been a pro for 9 years. So yes, they are, still developing, but they are almost a decade into their pro careers.
They look like baby-faced assassins, but they're definitely experienced in there. They have a veteran inside them already. Good left hook there by Flores. Kind of a check hook. Avalos on the back of the head.
1 minute remaining in this third round between Miguel Flores and Chris Avalos. And Flores is continuing to emphasize that jab. And Avalos looking to close the distance. And a left hook there that connected right on the button by Miguel Flores.
Great shots by both fighters. Uppercuts, digging to the body. Pretty evenly contested right now. Even though Flores is getting maybe the better of it, Avalos is answering back.
2 left hooks to the body, but Avalos answers back. Flores remains the aggressor. And a crushing right hand, and Avalos backs up. Avalos is in some trouble. Avalos, and he goes down. Does Chris Avalos?
That's a little, oh man, that's tough because Avalos took a knee right there. Flores should have stopped punching. He's saying his bad. He understands he made a mistake there.
Final 10 seconds of this third round. Miguel Flores in control against Chris Avalos. It is punches in bunches. You are watching the PBC on FS1. We'll come back with round 4.
Keep your hands up, not leaning with your legs.
Welcome back to the PBC on FS1. Felipe Avalos in the corner of his son, Chris Avalos, who was just knocked down in the third round, Sergio.
Yeah, and he took a knee on purpose. He knew that he was in trouble. He took a knee. Flores hit him a little bit after, but he didn't complain. These are 2 classy champions right there. You didn't see Avalos trying to fake that he was hurt by that shot or lay on the floor. He just got back up, smiled, and said, hey, good job.
Let's take a look at your unofficial scorecard. There you see 30-26 in favor of Miguel Flores. And the time that I remember a fighter taking a knee was back when Chris Algieri fought Ruslan Provodnikov a couple years ago at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. He took the knee. He was taking a wealth of abuse. He took the standing 8 count. Now the standing 8 count no longer exists in boxing, but he took a knee, took his time, gathered himself, and then he won a split decision. And that fight got a matchup against Manny Pacquiao. So taking a knee isn't necessarily the worst thing in the world.
No, and look who you're talking about, Chris Algieri, a very smart guy. He knows that it's a long distance that you're fighting. It's 12 rounds. So if you're hurt in the first or second round or the 5th round, take a knee. It's only going to be 1 round, 2-point deduction. Think about the future.
And if you're Miguel Flores, he continues to box in close range. A left hook upstairs, and he continues to put together his combinations. Does the Houston native. Look at this from both Avalos and Miguel Flores. There's a reason why they call it toe-to-toe Tuesdays.
Beautiful action there. What a great shot to the body there. Flores is not forgetting to dig down to the body. Even though Avalos is taking a good shot upstairs, he's retaliating with great shots upstairs and downstairs. Good fight.
We said it leading up to this fight that Avalos is one tough customer. He was able to gather himself and that's a bad cut on the eye of Miguel Flores. I don't know if that was because of a headbutt, or now the doctor is going to take a look at the left eye of Miguel Flores. And Avalos will go to the neutral corner.
Not a headbutt. No headbutt. That's good. That's good. You're good.
And Miguel Flores says he's good, but that the blood, and let's take a look at where the cut transpired in.
It looks like it was a head graze there that opened up that cut there. It was probably an old cut that didn't heal. It didn't take much to open up. And now Flores has to deal with some adversity.
And the blood is dripping outside the eye and sometimes in the eye of Miguel Flores. 65 seconds left, round 4. The 25-year-old facing some adversity in this matchup. Things were moving along very well for Flores.
That caught Avalos' attention right there. That right uppercut to the body. It was right to the dead of the center of the stomach there, and those shots take it out of you. No matter how much fight you have in those solar plex shots, really take it out.
And Avalos should have some confidence. An uppercut that jars the jaw of Chris Avalos by Miguel Flores.
Really impressive inside fighting there by Flores.
And the left eye of Flores is bothering him as he continues to get rid of the blood with his glove, but he goes back on the attack. And Flores focusing on the body, that back to Avalos. Avalos is hurt. I don't know if Flores knows it, Sergio.
Well, he should be hurt. He's taking a lot of good punches. I mean, it's Halation's body punches that he's getting hits it downstairs, but right now, good shot there. He's coming back with good counters, so Avalos is not out of it, even though it looks like he is.
Miguel Flores continues to throw an all-out assault at Chris Avalos, and they punch at the break. You are watching the PBC on FS1. Bruce McDaniel right here as he warns them both. We'll come back with round number 5 here. Welcome back to PBC on FS1 here in Alexandria, Louisiana, as we go back and take a look. There's Sierra Nevada working on Miguel Flores.
Yeah, right here we're going to see a late hit right there, both of them punching at each other, but it was a little friendly. They apologized afterwards, but in the heat of the moment, those are tough punches to get away from.
Round 5, this one is scheduled for 10. Don't forget to partake in the conversation on social media, PBC on FS1, and follow us at Premier Boxing. Miguel Flores and Chris Avalos in the featherweight division looking to elevate their standing and climb up the ranks. And Flores with the left hook, but back comes Avalos. And Avalos mixing it up as well. Now he backs up Flores for a brief moment, and Flores continues to stay in the pocket. Look at this!
What a tremendous fighter Avalos is, the heart on this guy. We knew he was going to be tough, but he brings skill with it, and here comes Flores.
As quickly as Avalos gained control, Flores regains it, and he digs to the body with an uppercut, followed by a left hook upstairs. He is jarring Chris Avalos with heavy artillery.
Anyone else would go down with those shots. He's getting hit flush right in the tip of the chin, the side of the jaw. Those should be devastating punches to anyone else other than Avalos.
Miguel Flores remains at close range, but you saw Chris Avalos breathe through his mouth, so you could tell that the body work is certainly taking some of the steam out of the 27-year-old from Lancaster, California.
It's taking the steam out of Avalos, but I'll tell you what, the blood is bothering Flores. He's pawing at that eye. He's wincing. I've been there before. It starts burning your eye. The Vaseline starts burning your eye, and it can just have an impact on your performance.
When to clear his vision, Flores many times over the past couple of moments has been using his left glove to paw at it to try to gain some clarity when it comes to his vision.
Sometimes that makes it worse. Like I said, the Vaseline that you have around your eyebrows and your eyelids makes your eyelashes stick together. Sometimes when you try to wipe the blood, you're wiping the Vaseline as well.
Chris Avalos has certainly brought his best that Flores is dealing with, and there you see again, he uses the glove to wipe some of the blood off of his left eye as he's caught on his eyelid or above his eye is Miguel Flores.
And this fight already passed the 4th round, so it can't be a no contest. So right now, whoever's ahead of the scorecards, if they do stop this fight, is the winner of the contest.
And Miguel Flores goes right back to work, but Chris Avalos is sitting down in his punches. But with Chris Avalos, Sergio, his punches are looping and they're not connecting flush, whereas Flores, he has straight punches and they are landing and finding its destination.
He's definitely the sharper puncher, but we knew that coming in. So we don't expect Chris Avalos to actually be the sharper puncher or the fastest puncher or the fastest feet. We just know that he's the tougher fighter. He takes the bigger shot. But right now, Flores is taking equal punishment and proving to be equally as tough.
Final stages of this 5th round between Miguel Flores and Chris Avalos in the featherweight division. We're halfway home. And here is some of the entertaining action from the 5th.
Avalos reminds me of an Antonio Margarito with a little bit more speed. He just keeps coming relentlessly. He comes forward with a relaxed aggression, and that's probably why he takes a big shot, because he's so relaxed in there.
And Miguel Flores would answer back with some of his own, that overhand right, as he went right back to work, targeting the body. And now let's send it over to Jordan Hardy, who is standing by with more on Miguel Flores' cut.
Ray, thank you. So that cut is indeed an old cut that reopened, like Sergio mentioned. But as you guys can see, he looks a little bit worried, but he's actually staying pretty calm for how bad that cut is. And I was over there earlier, and his corner is just telling him to stay on that jab, use his feints, and stay relaxed. So we'll see if he sticks to that game plan. But honestly, when you got blood in your eye, Vaseline, like Sergio mentioned, it's a whole different story.
But it could certainly burn, as you mentioned. Thank you very much, Jordan, Sergio. You know, taking a look at Miguel Flores, you can tell that the cut is bothering him. Aaron Navarro and Bruce McDaniels, they're checking on, and time is being called. So they're going to look at the cut
of Miguel Flores. It's a burning sensation, what he's feeling. It's a burning sensation. It's not pain. It's the sweat, it's the blood, it's the Vaseline that starts burning your eyes.
Did you see a headbutt on this particular cut? I didn't see a headbutt.
Wait a minute, hold on. Bruce McDaniel said he didn't see a headbutt. So conceivably, this could be a TKO if Aaron Navarro, so Flores must continue. They don't see, I believe the fight is being waved off. So if they are deeming it a punch, it will be a victory for Chris Avalos.
That is horrible, because even though it was a great fight, that was
So the fight is being stopped, but we still do not have clarification as to what they have deemed it. Bruce McDaniel said that he did not see a headbutt.
I have Flores winning every round. Even though it's an evenly contested fight, we still have to score 10-9, 10-8 rounds. I have Flores up. If they stop this fight and give it to Avalos, it's going to be tragic.
So the gloves are coming off for Miguel Flores, and it appears as though Bruce McDaniel, the referee, he said that he did not see a headbutt, and Felipe Avalos is raising his hands, who is the trainer and the father of Chris Avalos. They believe they are victorious. So
that's the wrong call by the referee, and it was hard for us to see it also. It wasn't really a headbutt, it was they grazed. When you have an old cut like that, it doesn't take much to open, but it was a headbutt.
So we are going to go ahead and get the official particulars, but from what we gather right now, the referee has deemed it the cut because of a punch. Miguel Flores cannot continue as we take a look again.
Right there, the cut's already open, and there was a headbutt there. But before that, they grazed each other. Before the cut opened up there, it was not a punch. I did not see a punch.
Welcome back to PBC on FS1 here in Alexandria, Louisiana, as our main event has been stopped at the end of the 5th round due to a cut suffered by Miguel Flores. Sergio, what a sign of events that we have seen, and it appears as though Chris Avalos is the victor.
Look, first things first, we got to give Chris the Hitman Avalos credit. Even though I didn't have him winning this fight, I had him losing every round. He was in the fight in every round. But this comes down to a technicality. The referee did not see the headbutt, which I saw, grazed the side of of Avalos' face, and both of them collided a little bit. It was an old cut that got opened up there. It was not a punch. This was a wrong decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, on advice of the doctor, referee in charge, Bruce McDaniel, waves off the bout at the end of the 5th round, deeming Miguel Flores unable to continue. Therefore, your winner by technical knockout, Chris Hitman Avalos.